Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. This is the preview of West Ham versus West Brom live at the London Stadium on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock kickoff on BT Sport live in the Premier League. Halfway through the season now, this fixture. We are literally on game week 19, well, game fixture I should say 19. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, guys, as you can see from the icon that's up here, along with Admiral and Umbro West Ham colour inspired, so basically claret and blue track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts, including the full-blown FA Cup final 1980 Trevor Brooking shirt with the Admiral here and the blue stripes down the shirt sleeves. Fantastic. And also there's also England gear in there as well. Any purchases made through the link in the description below, the channel commission that the channel would normally be getting, I will be sending directly onto Iron Supporting Food Banks, the charity to help those in the Newham area that are legitimately struggling at this time of year and throughout the year for that matter. So let's talk about the officials. The referee for this game is Graham Scott. His assistants are Ian Hussein and Sian Massey Ellis. The fourth official is Gavin Ward. On VAR duties is Darren England, and the assistant VAR is Stephen Child. Now, over our last 6 performances with West Bromwich Albion, I should say, in the Premier League, we have won 2, drawn 3, and lost 1. So there is a very, very good chance, regardless of our momentum we're currently building at the minute, there's a very good chance we can pick up some decent points in this fixture, especially bearing in mind what happened to West Brom since the start of the season, and more specifically where they are in the table. Now, you could argue this is the battle of the former Everton managers. But for me personally, it's a chance for us to get another one over Sam Allardyce. That's all I want, quite frankly. I want us to get another victory under our belts and be it against Allardyce as well, because I respected him as a manager, but I hated him by the time he left. Now, last time out, West Brom had a very interesting game against Wolves on Saturday lunchtime. Very interesting game. They were 1-0 up thanks to a penalty within 10 minutes of the game. 2-1 up at half time, and then they won it 3-2, but they are still 19th in the table, 5 points from safety. So from an Allardyce perspective, this is completely unacceptable. We know how defensive minded Allardyce is, and I know he said in the post-match interview after the Wolves game that he was very happy with the victory and the resilience that the players showed, and quite frankly I completely agree with him. West Brom were the much better side in the second half, much better than they were in the first. But Wolves, as we know, are a very, very difficult team to break down and beat. I know we got a result out of them early in the season, but in general, they are very, very difficult to beat. So West Brom played fantastically well, and they can be very proud of that performance. But let's not have this continue. Now, this is the thing. Their formation that they've played throughout the entire season, apart from this game against Wolves, has been 4-1-4-1. The victory came with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Now, there's a very, very good chance that we're going to be back up against that with West Brom, I should say. So, of course, we welcome back former West Ham player Robert Snodgrass, who's only been away for a week and a half, and then we'll be inviting him back. Well, we're welcoming him back, I should say. But a player that I didn't really want to see go, but I can understand because he was more of a squad player than freeing up a place in the actual starting 11. So yeah, it's going to be a shame to see Snoddy playing against us, but I'm sure he'll be the professional nonetheless, and I'm sure it'll be very, very emotional. It'll be a very, very emotionally and difficult game for him as a result of it. Now, PremierInjuries.com are showing long-term injuries to Ahern Grant as of the time of this recording due to a foot injury. Connor Townsend with a knee injury. Former Hammer Grady D and Garner is out with a hamstring strain, and also Matt Phillips, no relation if anybody asks, and also John Stone, I should say, John Stone are isolating due to COVID. Conor Gallagher should be back for this game from serving his 5 yellow cards booking. So the one game suspension, but I can't really see what game he actually got suspended in. I've gone back, I've looked at all the fixtures in October, November, December and January, and I can't see him being booked out of any of them, so Christ knows when this was. But it might be old data from PremierInjuries.com. If there's any baggy fans watching, and by all means, please let us know in the comments section below when he got his suspension. But as I say, he should be back for this game. So there's not really any player there that would do us a favour, really. But as I say, the baggies have been picking up some momentum recently, and as have we, for that matter. We've picked up some very, very good momentum, which I'll come on to in a minute. Now, we are 270 subscribers away from hitting the elusive 2,000 subscriber mark. Now, I know there's been a few people that have unsubscribed over the last 2 to 3 weeks, and that's totally understandable. That's totally fine. It may be just the fact that you don't watch the channel anymore, or you just don't agree with what I'm saying. In equal measure, it's absolutely fine, but 35% of you guys that have been watching over the last 4 weeks are unsubscribed. So there's a very, very good chance that you guys are unsubscribing but still watching the content. So please do resubscribe, because if we get even half of that 35%, we are well over the push of 2,000 subscribers. So please do hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Now, turning to West Ham, as of the time of this recording, pretty much straight after the West Ham Burnley game, we are 8th in the table after the said victory from a 1-0 goal from 1-0 victory from Antonio, and that mental goal celebration was actually formed by Declan Rice. There's a video that's floating around at the minute that shows that Rice said, oh, look, next celebration you do, I want you to simulate that you're swimming. Push your heels into the ground and put your arms back like that. And you see Mikey saying, yeah, okay, I'll do it. So that's where that unusual celebration came from. But at the end of the day, guys, this is Mikel Antonio. We always see an unusual celebration from him anyway. So, boom. No changes of injuries, really. So, the Masuaku still recovering, and Balbuena and Fredericks possibly still are isolating due to COVID. It's good to see Winston Reid in the training ground video that went up the other day. I don't think he's going to feature much, if at all, over the next 19 games, 20 games including this one. So yeah, I don't really. It'd be a shame, of course, but at the end of the day, guys, I'm very, very happy that we are 8th in the table. Another clean sheet, another great performance from Craig Dawson, really living up to everything that we were hoping the centre-back could do. I'm not putting anything away from Balbuena or Diop in any shape or form, but Dawson is playing absolutely out of his skin. Played the whole game as well, for that matter, unscathed, apart from the bit of a nosebleed that he had. But he didn't have any of the blood sugar issues that he's had in the last couple of games, so that's really, really good. It's good to see that the medical staff have actually put in some work on him and actually gone, right, this is what we need to be doing. So as always, guys, let's turn to the penultimate part of this video by talking about the starting 11, and it pretty much reads itself, really, to be honest, but this is what I want to see.
Fabianski in goal, with a back four of Soufal, Dawson, Ogbonna and Creswell, Rice and Soucek as the holding midfielders, with Bowen, Fornals and Benrahma in midfield, with Antonio up front.
So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you disagree with my starting 11, let me know in the comments section below. This will be going up live for the Patreons on Saturday evening, and will be available for everybody on YouTube on Sunday evening. Of course, as I said, if you're enjoying the video, please do hit the like button, please do subscribe, and please do share this content with anybody that you feel may want to watch this as well, that isn't aware of the channel, because quite frankly, guys, there's a lot of people that still don't know about this channel. It'd be nice to get some good growth. It'd be nice to try and hopefully get a balanced internet as well, for that matter. I'm in conversation with my landlord to try and get that sorted out. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon for those that are watching on YouTube. For the Patreons, thank you Tony, thank you Andy, thank you Wally, thank you Rick. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and Sunday, and I will see you guys at 10 to 6 on Tuesday evening as we go live. Hopefully nothing wrong with it this time. For that fixture, for the watch along for this West Brom game. So it'd be great to have you guys along. And then obviously we'll have the live broadcast on Wednesday, again hopefully internet being, of course, whatever the term is. I can't remember. Can't remember what the term is. But anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend whenever you're watching this, or if you're watching this on a Monday, enjoy your Monday, and I will see you Tuesday evening. All the best now. Take care.